Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca from Digital Creator North. Today we're going to go through how to build your very own virtual art gallery. This is an art gallery where you can take photos of your artwork that exists physically and then upload those images to the gallery, or you can include examples of digital art and photography and all different kinds of artwork into your gallery. And then you can go ahead and share that link with friends, family, teachers, anyone you want to come in and check out your gallery completely online. You're able to customize the walls, you're able to customize the floors, everything. You're really able to use your imagination for this and make it your own, which is just so awesome. And I'll also walk you through how to get images that are free to use from a collection at the Met Museum. It's all copyright free, public access. I'll walk you through how to download some of the images from their collection, and you can even include some historic artwork in your exhibition. And I'll also walk you through how to do a guided tour for anyone that comes to visit your art gallery. Before we get started, I'll give you a quick tour of what we have at Digital Creator in our Gathertown space. We have an art gallery that we call the Digital Gallery. So here is the Digital Gallery, all made on Artsteps. And around this space, we have hung up some beautiful artworks created by people who have come to our workshops and made some cool digital art. We still have some empty walls here, as you can see. So if you want to come for a workshop, totally reach out to us at digitalcreator.ca, and we would love to set up a workshop or a private art making session just for you and show you how to create some cool digital art or some electronic music. And then maybe we can add it to the space here. So I'll walk you through how to create your very own art gallery so that you can hang up your artwork, or you can hang up your friend's artwork or your parents and share them through the power of the internet. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to give you some tips on how to find some public access images that you can put in your art gallery if you want to try your hand at curating something even. So what you're going to want to do is go to metmuseum.org. So here you can see we are on the Met Museum's website. They have lots of cool stuff here, but the next place that you're gonna want to go is you go to art, and then you go to the Met collection. And so this is their entire collection of art. And then now what you're gonna want to do is you'll be able to see that you can search their collection, but go to their advanced collection search. And here you'll be able to see that you can filter stuff. So you can show only highlights, artworks with images, artworks on display, but you're going to want to click open access. And if you click info, that means that anyone can freely copy, modify, and distribute this image, even for commercial purposes. So you click this, and then now it's showing us only images that you can absolutely download and use in your gallery, or really for anything, and you won't get in trouble. It's not stealing. These are all very old works, and they're in the public domain. So that means that you are free to use it for artistic or commercial purposes. So if you find an artwork that you like, sure, let's click this. Lovely. You'll be able to just download your image, and it's all really high quality stuff. So then you just right click and then you save image as, and you just download any images that you would like to use in your art gallery. But of course, you are totally welcome and in fact encouraged to actually also use your own artwork. Go through your collection of drawings and paintings and take little photographs of them and then save it to your computer. Or you can just create some new work online. You can use Klecky.com to use some easy online painting software. You can make a virtual collage. If you need any inspiration or if you want any guidance on how to create some digital artwork, we at Digital Creator are always we at Digital Creator are always happy to walk you through that process. But in any case, once you have gathered all of your artwork, we'll move on to the next step, which is to create your very own art gallery, build it from the ground up, and you can have a lot of fun with that. So we'll walk you through that in the next portion of this video. Okay, so here we are on the Artsteps website, which is the site that you'll be using to create your art gallery. I've already signed in, but you'll be greeted with essentially this screen, and there should be a couple of buttons here that say either like sign in or sign up, and then you're free to do either of those. If you already have an account, you can sign in, and if you need to make one, then it's pretty quick and easy to just sign up. You just need an email. And if you do not have an email, message us and we can actually provide you with a guest account. Okay, so now we're going to click Create. Very exciting. It's loading. All right, so here is our beautiful blank canvas. And you actually have the options to either create your own, or you can use some of these exhibition templates that they actually already have. So this is an example of one, kind of cool, very nice. Or this is another one. Lovely sunny windows, a little courtyard outside. Or here's another, and I believe this one is like 2 floors even. That's kind of fun. Or there's this one. Oh, there's this one. And you can navigate by clicking and dragging your mouse around and zoom in and out by either, if your mouse has one of those little rolling balls, then roll in and roll out. But yeah, here's another option that we have. But just for the sake of today, we're just gonna create our own because that's kind of fun. And then here, if you click create your own, you have your construction tools. So you can start placing walls, and then you can eventually start placing doors. So today we're gonna make something just pretty simple. So let's start. So in order to place your walls, you just click and you drag. So you find your corner. I wanna add a wall to this corner going this way. So I find that corner and I do that. And then I want to square it off. Oh, and then that pink line tells us that we've lined up with the other wall. And then we're just gonna complete the square. So it's a pretty small art gallery, but that's okay. You can make it as big as long as it fits on this grid, or as small as you'd like. And then we're just gonna add a front door right here. All right, and you can actually also move around your little starting point, and you can change the direction that whoever comes into your art gallery, when they kind of spawn in the space, this is where they will spawn, and this arrow is what direction they'll be looking in. All right, so let's go to design. Very fun. So there's a range of colors that we can choose from, and there's also a range of themes that we can choose from. Yeah, so if you click that little paintbrush button, then it'll apply it to your art gallery, which is kind of cool. Sure, so let's start with this one just because it's the most plain And then there are also these textures that you can add. So if, for example, we wanted a tile floor rather than this kind of wood floor, then we can find our tile if we want. And then you just click it and it applies it right there. I actually kind of like that. That's awesome. Or if we want to try this one, you just click it on the left-hand side here, and then you click on the floor right there. So just spend some time playing around. I'm actually gonna end up doing this. And yeah, just find something that you enjoy. Make it funky if you want. You can click the colors up here, and these are like the paint and wall colors. So we can do red walls. Don't forget to paint the walls that you can't see. There we go. Very cool. Oh, and you can also change the color of the floor if you want. That's a little bit... Oh, there we go. That fixes that a little bit. And you can also even change the like brick on the outside. So let's say we want a red brick building. We can just do so like that. I'm gonna make it this white painted brick again though. Yeah, so if you go back to define your space, then you can also add any like extra walls that you want to. So let's say you want to make rooms. You can just add them right in like that. Sometimes there are different rooms in the galleries, so you can do that. And then you can also add a door for people to go in there. And you can add as many or as few as you would like. Yeah, so we've got some more walls to paint in here. So maybe I'll do red on the outsides. And then I can go in and do something like yellow on the, on the inside. That's kind of fun. You can change it based on what sort of art gallery you want to make. You can make, again, each room a different color if you want. And you can always change it up too, which is kind of cool. All right, so I think that that's enough for the start of our art gallery. I could honestly be in here for hours and hours and hours. So I'll just make sure that we cut it a little short. Cool. So next we're going to go to number 3, which is add and place your artifacts. So here we have all of the cool artworks that have already been uploaded from past workshops. But if you want to add something new, then you just go to add image. And then if you click here, then it'll take you to your file so you can find it in your files, or you can actually just drag and drop. As you can see, I downloaded 3 images from the Met Public Access collection, and they're all bird. We're gonna do a bird themed exhibition today. And you are going to want to type in the titles of these birds, so you can go and find the title that's on the Met, and then also write what the artist is, even in the description. For the sake of right now, we're just gonna do bird 1, 2, and 3. And then that's all you need to fill in. You can add a description if you would like. This is a great place to put the artist's information. You can put that it was found at the Met, and then you can just save it there and it'll appear right here. So I'm just going to quickly do that for my other birds, and then we can move on to the next step, which is actually hanging it up in the gallery, which is so fun. So I'll quickly do that. All right, so all of our birds have been uploaded, and now you get to make the very hard decision about where you're gonna place them. So I think that so if you click this first person camera view, then it is like you're viewing it how people will be viewing it when they actually come into your space. This is the orbit camera, which is sort of just like above everything else. And this is a fly camera, and so you can use your keys to move it. But I'm gonna stick with first person. Okay, so it actually won't let me go into this space. It won't let me open the door. That'll change once you actually publish it. So just to kind of get around that, we're just gonna move this little start point to the inside, and then go ahead and move in and click the walk around button. That way we can actually walk around. I think a cool thing to add to this space would be this really colorful bird, because I think that that would look really great against the yellow. I think the yellow and the orange would look very nice. And so to add that, we're just going to click it, and then it'll allow you to kind of set it. And that little eye line shows where the eye line will be when people are in your space. So there we go, just like that. And then in order to, when you find somewhere that you like on the wall, you just click it and it'll kind of keep it there. And then in order to remove it, you can click delete and then redo it. But yeah, so now you're able to select a frame for your images, which is so fun. Ooh, I like the gold. There's a black and white one. There's a wooden one, metal one, a white one, another wooden one, and another wooden one. I think I'm gonna choose this one. I think that this one looks great. Cool. So there's that. And now we can begin placing our other birds. The space is a little bit big, but you can add as many artworks as you want, as long as they all fit on the wall. So this will just be a beginning. Maybe I'll finish this at another time. So I'm going to place the next one, so I just click it, and then I'm going to place it on the wall there. Awesome. I'm going to give it a gold frame. I think the gold and the red looks really cool together. We're going to add our final bird now. This one, I think that I'll put it right next to this one, since they're kind of similar sizes. I think that they would look great next to each other. And then I'm also going to give it a little gold frame. Okay, so for now, that's what we'll do. And I have the autosave on, so it saves it every little bit, but I'm just going to save the draft just in case. And then you can go to plan a guided tour. So if you want, you can actually guide people through your space. I'm going to move the start point back to outside. So let's add our guide points. So title, you would put the artwork title. So in this case, let's start with bird 3, since it's kind of the closest to the entrance point. And then you'd add the description. So this is the artwork title by the artist. And if you made the artwork, like let's say you added some photography or some painting or some other art of yours, this is where you can kind of tell people about it. So you can say, this is called this, if it has a title, or you can say, this is untitled, and I took this when I was at the beach, and I really liked the way the sun was hitting the water, or something like that. Or if it's by another artist, then you can say, this is blank by blank, they painted this in, insert the date, and a little bit of what you know about that, cite your sources, stuff like that. Or you can just even describe, like, I like this painting because I love birds. It doesn't even have to be super academic or anything like that. It can just be, this is your art gallery and you can tell people about it in the way that you want to. So as you can see, there's sort of this like light that is going in kind of triangle shape there. And as you can see kind of in the upper right hand corner, this is what people will see when they go to your guide point. So I want them to be standing right here when they are looking at this and learning about that specific artwork. Cool, so I'm gonna add another guide point, 2, and then sort of the same thing. I like this bird because it seems friendly. Nice. I also love pigeons. I think that this is a pigeon. So now we have our guide point number 2. Okay, so now that we've added our first 2 guide points, looking at those first couple of birds, we are going to add the next guide point, and I'll show you how to rotate the view so that you're looking at the left wall rather than straight ahead. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So we're going to add guide point, title. You would put your artwork title. In this case, I'm just going to put it as bird 1. And then your description again, like I really like this bird because of how colorful it is. Awesome. And then if you actually want, you can add audio to your guided tour. So each guide point there, you can add audio to it. So to do that, you would just go ahead and record your audio. You can use something like voice notes, and then you save that to your computer, and then you would just upload that file. Or you can add a URL, so URL to a video or something. But in your audio, you can actually talk about why you put this artwork in, or if it's your own artwork, you can talk about sort of how you made it and why you like it and other stuff like that. And you can actually even add music. So that's kind of a really fun part of creating your own art gallery. You can really set the mood there. But in any case, we are going to add our next guide point for bird 1. And you might see that it is just looking straight at the yellow wall, which is not what we want, but I'm going to place it sort of right here. And then in order to rotate it, you actually just change this to rotation. And then as you can kind of see, there's this like sort of green line that's going around. This is the axis that you'll want to rotate it on. So you just turn it just like that. And if you want it to look up, then you would just turn the red axis here. So you're looking up at the beautiful bird photo. So here we see 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to save that draft. And then our next step is going to be submitting it, which is very exciting. Cool. So this is the photo of our cover. If you want, you can go in and take a better photo. But we'll edit our public information so we can create an exhibition title. Like, my name is Rebecca, so we can do Becca's Birds. There we go. And then you can add a little description, and then you can add your categories. So if you're creating an art gallery for digital art and also photography and also paintings, then you can kind of click all of those actually. But in this case, they're just paintings, and it's also a museum, and it's also kind of history. So we'll add that, and you can add audio that will be played throughout the entire exhibition. So rather than just doing it painting at a time, you can add some copyright-free music to play throughout the entire art gallery. And if you need help finding copyright-free music, public access music, then just reach out to Digital Creator North. You can reach us at dgtl@digitalcreator.ca, and we'll get back to you that way, or you can always reach us on Instagram. Our Instagram username is @digitalcreatornorth, or you can reach us on Facebook, and our Facebook is also just Digital Creator North. Cool, so we are going to save our public information, and it looks like we're ready to go. So when you're ready, you can click publish. So now it's out there for the world to see, and when you click preview, this is what people will see when they come to your art gallery. So here we're looking at the front door. Oh, look at the beautiful ocean view. And in order to go in, you just click it and it opens the door, and then you can click and step around and drag to look around your art gallery. And you remember how we did those guided tour. So in order to start that, you can just click start the guided tour, and it'll bring you to the view that you set up, and it'll have your title, and then it'll have your description right underneath it. That's pretty cool, and it'll kind of go automatically. Yeah. Sweet. And if you want to just go to the guide points on your own, you just click this little tab there, and you can stop the guided tour at any time and just go around on your own. You can click the artwork and it'll make it almost at your full screen. And in order to share it with your friends, with your family, your guardians, your grandparents, your teachers, then all you have to do is just copy this URL. Make sure that your exhibition is published first, and then you copy the URL, and then you just send it to people, and they'll be able to check it out on their own time, anytime, and you can always go in and update your art gallery if you ever want to change it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and unpublish it. So you're also welcome to do that if you ever want to make it private again. But yeah, I think that that's about it. If you have any questions at all, totally feel free to reach out. If you end up making your own art gallery, definitely send it to us. We would love to see that. But thank you for coming and learning a bit today. I'll talk to you soon.